I have returned from Gamescom 2022 with a stinking cold, but despite that I'm excited for this new Seasonic Prime TX-1600 watt power supply. Let me refer to Historic Leo from Computex 2019 and you'll learn why. I'm Leo Walder for Kit Guru here at Nangang for Computex. We're with Seasonic. We've got some good stuff to see. We saw a prototype of the 1600 watt at last year's Computex, but we weren't allowed to talk about it. Here we have a titanium certified TX-1600, which is a massive leap forward for Seasonic. Other manufacturers have gone as far as 2000, even 2500 watts, which is crazy mental figures, clearly for the extreme overclocker. And that is the reason we're doing an unboxing of a power supply on Kit Guru, something we've never done before. Let's start with the obvious point, which is that the box is enormous. 1000 watt platinum prime. You get this many more extras in the new 1600 watt. A lot of cables. Let's have a look. The first batch of the new Primes, there are 3 models as covered in Kit Guru's review. Spoiler alert, Alan loves this power supply. Include this gallium nitride charger with a European plug, so I'm feeling slightly cheated there. That's rated at 65 watts. Usual bag of cable ties, velcro straps, mounting screws for the power supply, paperwork, foam, the power supply itself. Bag of cables. I suppose point of note on the outside of the box, as we'd expect these days with a Prime power supply, 12 years warranty. It's a fully modular design, 135mm fan. We have the hybrid cooling function, so we can, if we choose, keep the fan running at all times, or we can allow it to shut down if the power supply is nice and cool. Cables, lots of cables. That's the jumper, particularly useful if you're running liquid cooling. It means you can run the system and get your coolant flowing. Our sample came out of Europe, Germany to be precise, so again a European plug on the, and I cannot remember for the life of me what kind of connector that is. It'll be in Alan's review. It's the same type that we've seen on Corsair AX1600. It's the other type of kettle cord, so it's not a conventional kettle cord. There we have it, Prime TX1600, and here we have a load of cables. The cables stand out from the usual Seasonic fare. Note individual cables, note a bag of combs. Never seen this with Seasonic before. So you can train your cables and make them look super pretty inside your PC build. 2 cables that are different are these, the 12VH PWR. The point being, these are PCI Express Gen 5 graphics ready. So at this end we have 2 conventional power supply connections. Let's find a CPU PCI Express, that'll do nicely. And now we're ready for the imminent RTX 40 series graphics cards. As to whether this will also apply to AMD RDNA 3 at the minute, don't know. 600 watts from that one cable. And here we have a second cable. Should RTX 4090 Ti require 2 of these supplies, you're ready to go. Should you wish to run dual PCI Express Gen 5 graphics in SLI, you're also good to go. The thing is, PCI Express Gen 5 graphics is not the same as ATX 3. This power supply is ATX 2.53 compliant, as detailed in Alan's review. The significant thing with ATX 3, the new Intel standard, power excursions, which is another way of saying power spike or transients. The power supply has to be able to handle prolonged oversupply. A 1600 watt power supply to comply with ATX 3 would need to be able to momentarily supply double that. This power supply doesn't. It goes beyond 1600 watts. It doesn't go beyond 3 kilowatts. So it is not ATX 3, it's ATX 2.53. In addition to the 2 new 600 watt Gen 5 cables, we have the 24-pin for your motherboard, 3 EPS connectors. It's rare to see a motherboard that requires 3, 2 is far more common. All of these are SATA, apart from one Molex, and then we have 8 PCI Express on the current standard, the 8-pin. So that's all the graphics in the world as far as I'm concerned. This power supply is set to run for years and years. Do please head over to kitguru.net to read Alan's full review on this power supply. Despite its hefty price tag, he was deeply impressed and he gave it our highest award.